fuck boys. I'm recording. So.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
I was waiting for the...
Nah, we perfect. Okay.
I waited till you started recording to do that.
I saw that.
Welcome everybody to the 10th episode of Dollar Bin of Doom.
Woo! Double digits, baby.
Today we watched The President Man with Chuck Norris and
No one else.
and the lady from Kung Pao and fucking straw stuck through a potato.
Yeah, he was just a beef man. I don't know how to describe him.
Just the front of your thumb, and that's all he is.
He was also exceptionally tall. Like, he towered over every other actor in that movie.
So, Tom, what is the president person? Because we're not a gender
Specific podcast.
Yeah. We don't like to discriminate, even though it's literally the title of the movie.
All right, Kevin, you open this can of worms. What gender are you? Oof. And don't say attack helicopter, because that meme's played out.
There's so many that I'm,
You got 5. No. Are you cisgender?
Yeah.
Sorry.
4 minutes. 4 minutes.
So anyway, we watched A President's Man.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. So Joshua McCord is a charismatic Asian studies professor.
He's not.
No, he is.
He's not charismatic.
Well, he's not charismatic, but he's an Asian studies
about to
professor. He
barely.
did that whole thing with the
I don't think bringing a katana to class could qualify you as an Asian studies professor.
That's his
They're
whole
like,
shtick.
Yo, this is algebra, man. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's his whole
You
shtick.
must learn the way of the sword. They're like, what about geometry?
What about long
about
division?
that?
I've always struggled with. Fuck that apple.
This is remedial geometry, dude. I gotta take this to graduate. Can you fucking give me the test?
No, don't read the back of the box.
Yeah, nobody cares about the back of the box. So Chuck Norris is
A weeb.
a weeb.
And he gets paid to be a weeb, the fucking American dream.
Yeah,
That's why he loves America so
He
much.
carries a katana wherever he goes and threatens his students with it.
Yeah. Do you think that was a reference to Indiana Jones?
No.
As him being a teacher?
Wait, hold on.
It's
Hold on for a sec. No.
Okay.
Wasn't there a university called something stupid?
Dead Man University.
That was a Dead Man? I thought it was like...
ooh, that's not subtle at all.
DMAN.
You know that's like Grand Canyon University. It's some fucking fake Christian school.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's hilarious about that school? There's doctors that get degrees, like nurse practitioners that get their degrees there. Like, how do you learn science when the world's only 7,000 years old?
When every stat has an asterisk that goes like, or it's just their time.
Right, that's exactly right.
I mean, you like try your best, but
So-
it's all out of your hands.
If the MRI comes up with a tumor, tell them that God will accept them with loving arms as long as he accepts Jesus as their Lord and Savior, and they'll be fucking fine.
Before you feed someone the sinful, godless medicine, you go, have you tried thoughts and prayers?
Yeah.
It works for mass shootings.
I've thought a lot about praying. Just saying. Yeah, Grand Canyon University is a joke, just like Dead Man University from the Chuck Norris averse.
Yes.
I think a student from there like transferred to another school, and they were like, "Where did you go before this?" Oh, Deadman. Really?
Wait, what? The school run only by Chuck Norris?
The one, it only has one class. It's just him waving a katana around for 90 minutes.
I know the president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's doing a tea ceremony. Pretty
Yeah.
sure incorrectly. Just whiting,
It
white guying it up.
He bought all this shit, but he's just making it up as he goes. He saw put the ladle down in that fashion in an anime once. So our Asian studies professor is also a kick-ass secret agent man.
Yeah.
Woo! And he fucking is deployed to Rio de Janeiro to save the president's wife, who is there on some kind of, president wife shit.
Yeah. Talking
Hang
to a
out-
bunch
hang
of
out
sick
with
kids,
kids,
take a
read
bunch of
some
pictures. Yeah. That opening scene of
Yes.
him rescuing the wife is incredible. Maybe the most fun I've ever had watching the best 5 minutes of anything we've watched on this show. Is he just gonna drop out? Just yeet?
I think he did.
Probably.
Oh,
All right.
no.
You did your best, Chuck. We appreciate it.
Oh, no.
That was Chuck Norris going, I can do it. And they were like, man,
That jump over that little pipe was so impressive.
all right.
You can-
Oh, he didn't go far. That's fine.
Okay, that looks great.
How many fucking knives do you have?
Knives.
That'll stop
She
him,
wasn't
Chuck.
tied or anything. She was just sitting at her own
He's
free
just
will.
waddling over to the
You
door
didn't do
with
that right.
All right.
See, it's just
That was as much of that
falling.
footage as they could use.
The chair's like,
Is he gonna have a romantic?
that's not how you do that. See?
Oh, okay. Oh,
Oh,
look
he
at
just
that
got-
dummy shot. That's great.
He's gonna throw it.
The movie's gonna fucking end.
Oh my god!
How many fucking parachutes does he have?
That's amazing.
Drop the bitch.
Oh,
Oh, he just killed her.
yeah.
This is
Oh,
my...
she's had diving training. She knew to get into that position. Yeah.
Oh God, she's being
Christ.
kidnapped again.
Yeah.
It's like, this is my terrorist group.
While Chuck was in confrontation with the bad boys, he caught a knife to the belly.
That's right.
So cut to a scene with him wrapping himself up or whatever. And he goes to his grandpa's house. And he's like, Grandpa, I can't do this anymore. Help, please. God, help. Help, please. I want help. And the grandpa's like, you got to get some other poor sap to do this shit for you.
Yeah, you gotta trick someone else.
Yeah.
And scene. So we're introduced to Thumb Boy, who has a squad of boys.
Him and them boys.
Of varying levels of thumb. Thumb Guy is on a special mission with his special boys to stop some drug operation that apparently controls 40% of all the drugs coming into America. Can't have that.
Sure.
But these bad boys are clever because they have based their operation next to a hut with a bunch of children
No.
kind of learning English.
They had 20 children. And
Mormons?
Sergeant Boy, his commanding officer, says, it's okay, you can have some civilian casualties. Keep it reasonable.
Yeah, he wants to minimize the amount of civilian casualties. So if you trip and an elbow just goes into one of those kids,
Yeah, just straight through.
It's not the end of the world.
It's fine.
there will literally be no repercussion.
As long as you don't punch me in the face, we're good here.
Thumb
As
guy
long
does
as you don't
not-
break that one rule.
Right.
If you don't elbow me, and he couldn't.
The criminal enterprise that's pumping 40% of the drugs
Is five men.
Yeah.
is run by a guy who is hucking golf balls into some
Poor fuck.
poor dude. Moral of the story is the boys do it. They blow up the drug boys.
But the blowing up takes too long.
Right. And Black Thumb
Black Thumb gets shot.
and the boy with him has to carry him to the helicopter. And Thumb is getting real antsy that these two boys haven't showed
I'm
up.
just seeing the old man's face that's piloting the helicopter when Thumb pulls the
great.
gun on him.
And his
It's the
commanding-
exact same emotion, gun in or off of his face. Like,
Exactly.
The commanding officer is like, all right, they're not back.
let's take off.
We're going. 2 people, 2 out of 15 or whatever. Ain't
that's
bad.
good.
That's not
That's
bad.
good
I love that
operation.
Meatloaf song, by the way. 2 out of 15 ain't bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the pilot's like, okay, fellas. And he goes to take off, and Thumb is like,
I don't care.
I also love the fact that, we have this helicopter full of military,
Boys.
young boys. And for whatever reason,
It's the
this,
8-year-old.
The
this
oldest
commissioned
gentleman.
officer is in his 80s. He's flying the helicopter.
Also, does anyone else know how to fly the helicopter? You shoot that guy, you're all fucked.
Yeah, no
a good
shit.
point. Yeah.
No shit. That guy's
Thumb
been
is
flying
not smart.
helicopters for 40 years.
That would have been a great scene if one of the other guys was like, hey, don't make a decision for all of us here, bud.
Yeah, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
Steve and Doug are fucking assholes. Leave them.
We're in the reserve. I got to go work at Kinko's tomorrow. Like,
So he holds them and's like, we're not going. And the guy's like, I'm going to court-martial you. And he looks at Thumb, looks at him and is like, I'll give you something to court-martial me for, and punches him in the face.
Yeah.
They save the guy. There's dudes in just t-shirts and bandanas that are shooting at them, and they take off.
Yeah.
So everything we've just described is like a second movie. Because
Yes.
we had the first rescuing the president's wife.
Yes.
That's one movie.
Yes.
This is a completely different movie.
Yeah.
These could have been episodes of a TV show.
Yeah. So the third movie is him in prison, just figuring it out.
He gets
Saving black dudes from Nazis.
He gets sentenced to 7 years in prison,
And there's a bunch of Nazis who want to beat up a black guy, but then Thumb
Want to
stops
kill a black
them.
man.
Want to kill him.
Thumb stops them, and then later in the gym they confront him again, and the guy with the turkey neck has a shiv, and Thumb fucking kills him with his own shiv.
Which is great.
But then cut back to the military tribunal with them like, he's a fucking animal, dude. I don't know what the fuck. Like, we were just hanging out, boxing and shit. And the other Nazis who run the military tribunal were like, we're Trump guys. In 1999 or whenever the fuck this movie came out.
I like.
We're Bush.
I prefer these guys over you.
We're Bush people. Not.
No, I know it.
It just sounded weird. In a vacuum.
Fuck, that's a good joke.
It's always good when you don't laugh. And you just say, wow, what a joke.
Wow.
Woo!
But you hear a lot of jokes hanging around here, and like you're just like, yeah, I'm calloused to Sam, but I still know like a good one.
Great. I've gotten
Excellent.
a couple of those out of you tonight, so I'm flying high, man.
Yeah, you're
This
gonna get
is
30
good.
seconds
We're
in
doing
this
all right.
episode.
Fuck yeah.
Again, 2 out of
I'm only
15
gonna
ain't
get
bad.
mostly cut out this episode.
Hell yeah.
It should be mentioned that in every episode thus far, I've done the grand majority of the talking, and in the edit, I'm like third or second of like the amount of screen time.
To be fair, all of your talking is like, and then Chuck Norris grabs his vagina and stretches it like a hula hoop, and I'm just sitting at my house going, well, I can't. Legally, I can't.
Like, there's just not a spot for this.
Yeah, I don't know where to.
Where's the transition? He just starts.
Do I just show the footage of us in front of the fire and let the audience imagine
I
it?
do it because it's fucking funny. It's just so stupid. Anyway, the guy gets in trouble again with the fucking military tribunal.
And then Vietnam lady. That sounds
Wait.
weird. Bush lady. No, that's worse.
Jungle Asian. That's not right.
Female Charlie. That's worse somehow.
So she's like, hey, I found your replacement, old man. And he's like, cool, let's go get this guy out of prison.
Yeah.
And they just, I don't know like what poll they have.
Yeah,
So-
he's president man.
He's president man, so they're just like, yeah, sure, she's fucking yours. We
She
don't
just-
want to see this guy's face
She just
anymore.
hands the guard outside of his cell a sticky note that just says president man on it.
Yeah, and he's like, oh shit, let him go.
Like crudely written in ballpoint pen. Just she lets Thumb out, and he's like, "Why are you so nice to me? What the fuck?" And I thought that was weird, considering she just got him out of prison and out of trouble completely. And she's like, "Fuck you." She takes him to Chuck Norris, is like, "Run this obstacle course," so he does. And then she's like, "Shoot this gun," and he sucks at it.
And they're like, that's how we do it. Which brings us to the third film of the movie.
Is CrossFit section where they train him to be the president boy.
President man.
President boy, not
And
quite
there's-
president man.
Not yet.
Hasn't
There's-
graduated.
We need an arc for the movie.
There's this scene where like he's eating and she's like, you didn't take broccoli.
That was
weird.
weird.
I don't like broccoli.
In this house, we
Fucking
eat broccoli.
eat it.
And even Chuck is like, haha, yeah, it's just a thing. Just fucking eat it.
Yeah, like this is her one thing.
Yeah.
Don't question.
Otherwise, she's
Please.
pretty easy going, but this one thing, like,
Yeah.
she'll fucking kill you, dude. Like,
So fourth movie then I guess starts up with the cult.
yes.
yes.
President Boy and President Man
President Dad and President Son.
are deployed to save a senator's daughter from a religious cult.
That she was tricked into by her friend.
Yep.
Yeah. Her friend is like, I love Jesus. And the girl is like, obviously, I love Jesus too. My dad is a Republican senator. If I say anything different, he'll fucking break my neck. So they go to this religious thing, but it's not the right religious thing because it's some other bizarro Christian cult.
Yeah, it's Christianity, but
Like, we can all admit right here, right now, that Christianity is just a goofy death cult that should be expunged from the earth. Right,
Yes.
fellas?
I need to set up a live camera of me editing that out. Ooh, drag that to the recycling bin.
But anyway, just like any other goofy death cult, it has goofy death cult spin-offs that it hates.
it's true.
So she chose the wrong one, apparently, in the Chuck Norris verse. And
So
she...
they shoot her with a fucking sniper rifle.
Exactly
With
right.
a tracking BB.
So Chuck Norris just whips out this fucking.
It's a fucking BB gun.
It's
a
harmless.
BB
It'll
gun.
feel like a bee sting as he like
BB gun.
fucking
But that-
chambers around.
That distance and how fast it would have to travel.
Oh, yeah.
Would fucking hurt.
And real quick, I'm going to do an edit of all of us making the noise, and I'll end with the noise she actually made. So, Sam,
Yes.
what was the noise she made?
It was like,
So, SEAL Team Thumb, go.
how long did you have that one loaded?
I thought about it like 30 seconds ago. I was waiting for it.
Do a Photoshop.
Yeah.
I saw you vibrating over there. I'm like, he's got something.
I got something.
was a good
Go to rescue her, and she's like, well, I'm not leaving without my dumb friend. They have that
Yeah.
back and forth of like, well, I need to get you. Well, I'm not leaving without her. Well, I can't take her. So they go into the room, and what clever way does Thumb Boy get crazy religious person out? Does he have a fun way to convince her? Does he maybe non-lethally knock her out or away? What was the way?
He fucking pistol whips that cunt in the face.
Oh shit!
So,
He's trying to leave with unconscious girl and senator girl.
and then another really underrated moment in this movie, which I totally forgot about till just now. The guards confront
the League
him.
of Extraordinary Clergymen show up.
They're confronting them, being like, what the fuck? You can't do that. Who are you? And then the writer writes, Chuck Norris enters, fight scene.
Yeah.
So how do you have Chuck Norris enter?
Just walks up and kicks him.
Directly in eyesight.
Oh,
where did Chuck come from?
Jumped in.
And then Thumb like is shouldering a girl and beating up people with. So
That ends, and that's the end of that movie.
Yeah, that's the movie.
That's never addressed. Not even like a senator being like, thanks, Chuck. Have you found your replacement yet? And he goes, oh, well, I don't know.
Yeah,
that
we
would've been
just see Chuck get mad at him for saving the
Yeah.
not saving. She wanted to be there, kidnapping the
So-
other girl.
That's another thing. Rule of threes, right? We got Thumb saving his platoon.
Yeah.
We got Thumb saving girl, but it's for the greater good. We should have had a scene where Chuck Norris was going to sacrifice himself, but Thumb did something to pull him out of danger. You should have left me to die. Well, that's not the kind of person I am, clearly because we've established it twice in the movie.
Right.
That doesn't happen.
No, because Chuck Norris would not.
You can't
let
show
that
weakness.
man be the star.
For sure. But there should have been the three. The rule of threes. That doesn't happen in the movie.
Right. What instead happens is that Chuck Norris pouts for maybe 3 minutes.
He shows up to
Run
Grandpa's
time.
house again.
He does go back.
Like,
He literally goes up to Grandpa. My guy's not good. You started out not good. Chuck Norris is like,
Good point, Grandpa.
oh, cut.
That's the last time we see Grandpa.
Right. What happens after that?
the bad guys get the plutonium, and then we have like a training montage using all reused footage.
Yeah.
With him
Yeah,
shooting
where-
the gun.
Where Chuck wraps his legs lovingly around.
That is
Thumb.
true, actually. Yes,
He
that is
does,
what
yeah.
happens.
He's like, sometimes you need to get rid of an obstacle to reach your goal.
That's also very true.
As
Yeah.
he lays down on the ground, like next to him, and they eat like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I'm not actually entirely sure how that scene went, but that's how I imagined it
That's
in my
close
head.
enough. Somewhere in there is the flashback scene where we find out shoulder shots are lethal, and then we see an Asian man is the one that shoots his wife,
Right.
and then
Oh
they're
yeah,
just
did we mention
exposition.
that the Asian girl is actually Chuck Norris's daughter, rape daughter from the woman he raped
No.
in Vietnam?
I mean that was implied when she said like you met my mom in Vietnam, and then they had to show like okay no they were together
Yeah.
a little bit.
They
Flashback.
fell in love, two worlds colliding violently and without one's consent.
Yep.
But Stockholm syndrome, that's a tricky motherfucker.
Yeah.
It sets in
it's a
quick.
fickle bitch.
So then Quay's like, oh, there's this random dude that we found his photo on the internet. It's pixelated to
Yeah.
all hell. And she's like, he's a nuclear scientist. He's been kidnapped by Golf Man.
Again, another movie starts.
Yeah, and they find out that the guy that shoulder shot his wife, the guy helping Golfing Man.
Well, he was the one that provided the nuclear material for some kind of bomb. They're holding a scientist guy and his family hostage to build the bomb for them.
And that started off a conversation throughout the movie, which I think needs to be its own podcast. Which of your family would you want to kill? Or if you had to choose to die?
If you were the crime lord,
Oh.
which of the family would you kill to make a point so that the guy would be more incentivized to finish the bomb?
So we basically get to the last 20 minutes, which is them trying to rescue white
Scientists.
family,
White
scientists.
Basic action shit. Back of knee, front of chest,
Dead.
face. That's the same fucking
Yeah, it's
guy.
the same guy. His wig fell off too. I don't know if you saw that.
The only thing of note I think that happens is that fucking Thumb gets in a fight with a surprisingly competent old balding man,
True, he does.
and then the Foley guy just like loses his fucking mind.
He does. It's great. Sonically, kind of the worst.
Yeah, can you stop using that sound effect, please?
The final fight scene where Chuck Norris kung fu fights the main guy who killed his wife. And the weird thing about that scene is it's shot really flat. It's boring as shit. Again, Chuck Norris, it's in his contract. I can't be shown being weak. You can't knock me down. I can't come up with something clever to defeat you with. It's just, oh, we finally square off. I'm better than you, so I'm going to kick you until I eventually put you into a neck breaker and then just go emotionlessly.
Yeah, save family.
Cool guys don't look at explosions ending.
Cool guys don't look at explosions. Camera way fucking zoomed in, so it's grainy as fuck.
Right.
Movie ends with Thumb staying out on his own as the president's man.
I'm sorry. Did you say president's man? Take off the apostrophe S.
President
He has
man.
to become the president.
The president man, yes.
Yeah.
That's
Movie.
Movie.
It was
Delightful.
Yeah.
It was
good.
fun.
Well, Sam, you did it. You know what? Fucking round of applause for Sam. You picked a good one tonight.
Yeah, I picked a really good one.
You're welcome. It was intentional, and I feel like you two owe me
Sure.
money or gifts. I
Yeah.
like magic cards. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't give many movies $1, but it was the right amount of campy, predictable, dumb, but also bizarre.
I would say it earned its dollar within the first 5 minutes for me. That first movie was like, this movie could suck for the rest, and it was worth the $1.
Yeah.
I'd give
The
it
dummy
more.
shot.
Yeah.
it
But
was
the
pretty
thing
great.
was that scene wasn't the end of it. Like
No, it kept having little moments of amazingness.
right, but they were close enough together to where it wasn't like a sea of nothing and then a moment and then a sea of nothing.
It's that beautiful, perfect mixture of it's interesting enough to keep our attention, but we could sit and talk about who would you rather kill for 40 minutes, and we didn't miss anything.
yeah.
Because you understand what's going on because of fucking course you do. I've seen a movie before. I know exactly what's going on.
Right, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
and throughout
it's
the movie,
great.
you were like just calling lines before they happened because
did
it's
do that
just
at
so
least twice.
predictable.
Yeah.
So how do you know I'm the right guy for the job?
I don't.
I don't.
Fuck. I wrote this movie.
Yep.
And then Chuck Norris fucking dabs real fucking hard. So this came on a Chuck Norris 3-pack. I found this at Goodwill.
Yes.
All DVDs at Goodwill are $2. If we don't watch the sequel or anything from this, it was worth it. This is $2 for me. I fucking loved it.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I would say that too. But
I would
do
say
want to watch the sequel.
It's one of three.
Three. For $2, it's like
66 cents or whatever. I think it was worth $1. I think if that movie were just by itself, it would have been worth the full $1. So I'm going to give it $1, even though it was really realistically only worth
66 cents. Okay.
Still same, yeah, full $1.
Full $1? Okay. Yeah, I'm giving it the full 2.
I
It
don't
was
know
worth it.
about $2 really.
I
but
really
I feel like
liked it.
after the $1 mark, it doesn't really matter.
Not necessarily.
I'm also excited. I want to watch the sequel.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
too. I think.
Yep.
Like,
It looks.
there's a different thumb in
There's
the
a
thumb.
different
There's a
Thumb.
different actor. I'm excited.
No, I dig it. I dig it.
Yeah,
this
this
was
was
a good.
fun.
This was a fun night.
Yeah.
Fun night. Some nights aren't so fun.
No. This is like, oh, this is why we do the series. Because we
Yeah.
want to watch stuff like this.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yep. It was. I don't know whether it's the best bad movie out there, but it's definitely like competently good bad movie.
For sure.
It's not a good movie.
No. It's
no,
awful.
no.
But it was enjoyably.
Hey everyone, if you watched all the way to the end, fucking hold the like button down and thumb its asshole for us, if you would.
Create
If you
a
could-
little like button baby that has to eventually avenge your like button
Right.
wife's death.
Right. And once that baby comes out, hit that fucking like button baby with a hammer.
and drag it away from the like button cult.
And
that
I don't know why you would ever ring the bell. Like, who the fuck wants email alerts for a YouTube video? But whatever. If you want to ring the bell, go for it.
yeah,
Your
Sure.
life is
yeah, please.
your life is
Sad enough already if you're
right.
watching
Yeah,
this.
yeah, totally. So go for it if you feel like it.
Tom, you want to say anything to demean the people who are nice enough to watch our videos?
Nah.
No, you're all wonderful. Thank
Yeah.
you.
No, you're
Thank you. And if you
beautiful.
hit that bell button,
you hit that
I'll
bell
come to
button,
your
I'm
house
gonna-
and fucking polish you the fuck off.
Send us a picture of you actually, like a screenshot of the bell notification, and
I
we'll.
will lose my mind.
Because I think it would be a first. I don't think anyone's hit our bell. Has anyone rang this bell?
I don't know. I don't
Has
think
anyone
so.
rang your bell, Kevin?
Not lately. It's
Just
been
walked
kind of a
up
dry
and hit
spell.
it like a
It's
fucking
been a dry spell.
speed bag. Bang, 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 bang,
You,
bang, bang,
you missed
bang,
my
bang.
bad joke. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I said
go
it's
ahead.
been a dry spell, and then I paused. I said it's been a dry spell. Oh, you're bleeding, Sam. You're bleeding.
Help.
Cut all of that. Let's start over.
All right, start again.